Hi guys, I'm going to this is part 1, chapter 1 of Sapphire Battersea. Okay, and I'm going to show you the rest of the books, and if you want me to read like I'm doing now, any of them, put them down in the comments, right? Cliffhanger, Little Darlings, Let's Sing About My Sister, Cookie, Best Friends, My Sister Judy, and Lizzie's Mouth. Okay, so if you want me to do any of them, put them down in the comments. Okay, so let's get started. My name is Sapphire Battersea. Doesn't that sound beautiful? I write it over and over again on the covers of this private notebook. I stitch a secret SB inside the neck of my uniform. I stir a swirly SB in the soup when I am helping cook. I scrub a soapy SB when I am cleaning the floor. I whisper my own name in bed at night in the freezing dormitory, and my breath rises and forms letters in the dark. I am Sapphire Battersea, but no one calls me my real name, not even my dear mother. Mama chose to call me Sapphire because my eyes were so blue when I was born. But even she calls me Hetty now. I'm not Hetty. It's such a stupid name. It's just a hateful foundling label. I hate the way they change all our names, making them up randomly. They don't sound like real names. Hetty Favour. It's ridiculous. They don't. You could have had worse, said Mama. Just think, you could have been Grizzle Grump. Poor Grizzle's a girl in Eliza class 3 at Foundling Hospital. Everyone calls her Grizzle, and consequently because she's always Grump, like her name. Sapphire is so elegant, so romantic. It's a perfect name for a writer. I sighed, giggling. I signed the air with flourish. I hope you become one then, said Mama. Said Mama a little tartly. You wait and see. I will publish my memoirs and make a fortune. Miss Smith will help me. My story will be turned into a proper book with gold lettering, a fancy picture on the front, just like all her own Sarah Smith stories published by the Religious Tract. I'm sure your stories won't be suitable for religious press, Hetty, said Mama, laughing. Sapphire, why won't you call me by my true name, or the only one you chose for me? I suppose Hetty has become a bit teary, said Mama, tweaking my red plate. I will always call you Mama when we're alone, I said, a little hurt. Yes, but I wish you wouldn't. It's a tempting fate. One slip in front of the others, and we're done for, said Mama. She pulled me close. I will never slip, Mama, I swore fervently. No one will ever find out that you're my dear mother. I hadn't known myself for the first long 10 years of my life. Poor Mama had been forced to give me to the Foundling Hospital when I was just a little baby because she had no means of supporting me. I was soon fostered out to the country. I lived with a kind family. I loved my foster mother and father. All my ever foster siblings. I especially adored foster brother Jem. I had hero worshipped him. I treasured the silver sixpence he had given me when I was taking off to the Foundling Hospital at 5. He promised to wait for me and marry me one day. I was so little and stupid I actually believed him. Until young Eliza arrived at the Foundling Hospital from the same foster home 5 years later. She prattled about her dear Jem. I found out that he'd made the exact same empty promises to her, and I couldn't forgive him. I decided to put him out of my mind forever. I had found the rigid of life and support of the hospital horribly hard. Some of the nurses were kind, but 2 matrons were excessively cruel. I suffered from attention of matron Pig-Faced Peters. When I was small and matron stinking bottomly, when I went into seniors, they each went out for their way to punish and humiliate me. I hated them both. I found it difficult to make friends with the other girls too. I made a downright enemies of Sheila and Monica when Polly came to the hospital. We were like soulmates, but she was adopted by rich folk, and we never saw each other again. My only true friend was Ida and the kitchen maid. I ran away from the hospital in Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee. And when I came back, Ida was so overwhelmed that she called me her own child when she hugged me. I could scarcely believe it. Ida was my true birth mother. She had skived and slaved at the Foundling Hospital for years, just so that she'd get a glimpse of me every day. She'd slip me an extra potato at dinner or a sprinkle of secret sugar on my breakfast porridge. She always had a smile or a kind word and helped me to blossom in that bleak inspirational word. When I became aware of the wondrous truth of our relationship, my whole life changed. I could not say I became exemplary foundling. Whether I'm Sapphire or Hetty, I still have a temper that lives up to my flaming red hair. But whenever matron stinking bottomless slapped me for impertinence and forced me to scrub the whole length of the hall, I knew Mama was nearby watching and waiting, burning with sympathy. She'd watch me eyes across the crowded dining room at mealtimes, and I feel calmed. Sometimes when everyone slept in the dormitories, I dare creep in right out of the door along the shadowy landing, down the great stairs, through the kitchen that still smelled of stew, mutton and rice pudding, along the winding corridor, to Mama's old tiny bedroom. I'd push open the door and she'd leap up from my bed and hug me hard. We sit together and whisper well into the night. Sometimes we lie close together, Mama's narrow bed, clasping each other close. I'd trace her dear face in the dark, and Jean wind my long plaits round her neck. We feel utterly united, making up for those many years we'd live apart. But then, I could hardly bear to write it. It was all because of Sheila. She was always a light sleeper. She must have woken me when I crept through the long dormitory. She didn't call out. She lay there waiting and slid stiffly out of her bed, intending on following me. The sly cat. She was so furtive and silent on her bare feet, I didn't hear her padding behind me. I didn't notice the creak of the stairs as she followed me down to the ground floor. She stole along behind me all the way to Mama's room. I wonder how long she waited outside her ear to the door. She suddenly burst down it open on us. Mama and I cuddled close in fond of embrace, clearly visible in the flickering candlelight. "Whatever are you doing, Hetty Feather?" she explained. Why are you there with Ida?" "Go away, get out of Mama's room," I cried in furious passion. "Mama's room?" said Sheila. "It's just Hetty's little game," said Mama quickly, giving me a quick shake. But Sheila was no fool. "You're Hetty's mother," she said. No, like Ida, I was just being my silly game," I declared, she springing off the bed. Sheila was still staring right open. "Yes, now I see her," she darted between us, staring rudely. You two are alike. You're both so small and slight, and you both have blue eyes. Oh my goodness, how extraordinary. Have you known all this time, Hetty? I'd never have thought you keep such a secret so long," she said. It was no use denying it or further. "It's the most private, precious secret. If you dare breathe a word of this to anyone, I'd tear out your tattletale tongue and feed it to pigs," I said. Temper, said Sheila, eyes gleaming. "So what would you do to keep me sweet and silent?" "This isn't a schoolgirl game, Sheila," said Mama, getting out of bed and gripping her by the shoulders. "I haven't lived this life year after year to have it carelessly destroyed by a spiteful girl. You mustn't tell a soul. If this matron found out, then we're done. Swear you'll keep it silent." I'll never know how much she'd have told, and whether she'd have deliberately betrayed Mama. Betrayed Mama and me. We were discovered anyway. Mama and I were used to whispering, but Sheila had a high, clear voice that travelled far by terribly chance. Matron Pigface has shuffled down the kitchen, seeking out a midnight snack from pantry. She heard Sheila repeating, "Just fancy Ida being your real mother, Hetty." Matron Pigface barged her way into Mama's room and ruffles, an awful gown, her greasy hair coiling down the pig's face, and tails about her cheeks. She stared at Mama, and she let me repeat what you said just now. She let me hear. I command. She commanded. I don't remember what I said, she stammered. The girls were playing a silly game at him. I was about to scold them and send them back to their dorm room. She said, said Mama. Don't lie to me, Ida Battersea. She was squinting at her now, then peering at me. Can this really be true? Are you Hetty's mother? How could I be, said Ida. This is a game. I told you, Ida, an idle fancy, because all the girls long for their mothers. Matching pig face dragged me over to the candle, clutching my chin, turning my face away this way and that. She went to grab hold of Mama. Don't you dare take your hands off that child. Look, you're hurting her. This is the truth. It's the truth that hurts, Ida Battersea. I see likeness now. How could you be so devious? You'd be so deceiving us for years and years. You were supposed to give up your ill-gotten child forever, not work here while glorying your disgraceful situation. Have you been secretly communing all this time? It's beggar's belief. How dare you both deceive us like this? That was part 1 of Chapter 1, Sapphire Battersea. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in part 2. Bye.